Today I'm coming here with what we call WH questions. Questions which you need to ask yourself, consider yourself when you want to apply for scholarships. So these are the guiding questions you need to have in your mind when you are applying for scholarships. I'll mention these questions quickly, but I'll go into detail after one sec. These are 4 to 5 important questions you need to ask yourself before you apply any kind of scholarships. They will guide you to determine how much resources you need to prepare. They will help you about time. They will help you on every aspect and overall to win what you want to accomplish. So, welcome everyone. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM on the EBM Scholars Show. I'm going to highlight the questions which you need to ask yourself if you want to apply for any kind of scholarships. These are 4 to 5 questions and I'm going through very quickly, and these are the questions. Question number 1, what do you want to study? The question number 2, where do you want to study? The question number 3, when do you want to study? Question number 4, why do you want to study? I'll go into detail with these questions. And question number 5 is not a typical WH, but is related to WH. How are you going to study? Or how are you going to get that kind of particular program you are applying? So, let's dig in these questions and ask. When I say, what do you want to study? I focus on 2 parts, 2 items, 2 things only. Number 1 thing on that is, what level of study do you want to pursue? Do you want to pursue bachelor degree, master's, PhD, or postdoctoral studies? By knowing what you want to study, it will guide you on what kind of resources you need to have, what kind of expectation you need to have. I can give the example. I've been talking much about bachelor's degree, how difficult it is to get scholarships for bachelor's degree because many countries, they prefer to give masters and PhD. So if you are just high school, why don't you, while you are applying for Berea, while you are applying for very few scholarships for bachelor, why can't you continue with your bachelor degree studies in your own country without? So by knowing what level, it can help you to guide what kind of procedure to go. What particular program do you want to pursue? For instance, you want to pursue, for instance, law. But you cannot say, I'm going to pursue Bachelor of Law in the United States of America, because there is no Bachelor of Law in the United States. There is what you call the Juris Doctor, JD. JD is a program you have after having a bachelor degree of any degree program. So if you are coming from a country where you are studying Bachelor of Law, English program or British system, you come to US, you cannot come here and just do another Bachelor of JD. There is a procedure, because you already studied the law, there is another procedure of doing LLM and other things. So what program do you want to, you know the level and the program. So all this will determine, do you want to apply postdoctoral? It will determine what kind of procedures. Do you want, if you apply postdoctoral, there is a different procedure than applying for master's degree. So what do you want to study? The level and the particular program you want to pursue. The second part, the second question, where do you want to study, will determine everything. If you want to study in Europe, the procedures to apply for scholarships, the requirements, prerequisites you need to have, the requirements, what things you need to have, what kind of admission test you need to take will be different from United States of America. For instance, as a region-wise or a specific country, if you apply to Europe, they will require just English proficiency. They're not going to require LSAT. They're not going to require GMAT. They're not going to require GRE exam. They're not going to require MCAT exam. They're not going to require SAT. Those are American examinations. So if you apply, you know where you want to go to apply. It will determine what kind of resources you need to have. Allocation of resources you need to know. Do you want to go to a specific region or particular country? So those are the things to consider. You need to know, where do you want to pursue. You say, I want to pursue bachelor, I want to pursue masters, I want to pursue PhD. The first question, what do you want to study? Then I determine I want to do masters. I determine I want to do PhD. Where I want to do PhD. Because if you say I'm going to do PhD in Europe, you know PhD in Europe, they are conducting PhD by thesis. That is a different way on how to apply, because in Europe you have to apply directly to a supervisor because you are applying for PhD by thesis. But if you are applying to studying in the United States, is a PhD by coursework and dissertation. So where do you want to study can determine how are you going to apply. In case you didn't know that. So that is the second WH question. Where do you want to study? Then when do you want to go to study your bachelor degrees? When do you want to study your master's, a PhD? You have to know when. Number one, this is going to determine the entire timeline of your application, the deadline. Because if you want to apply for bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, if you're applying for scholarship, international students are going to study in most cases on the what we call autumn semester or fall semester, the semester which starts in August, not summer, not spring, not winter, not any other semester. Is the semester which you start in the academic year of the fall or autumn, depending which region you are, in August or September. So you have to know when they are going to that. When is the application time? Most of the application is from August going to December, few up to January. So you know when you apply. So when you apply for year 2019, you are applying to go to study in August 2020. So meaning if you apply 2 universities and you fail, that means you have postponed almost a year and a half. You have to apply 2020 to go to study in August 2021. So when do you want to go to study? So for instance, you say, I want to go to study in August 2020, meaning in this 2019, before December, you have to apply 15, 20 universities, not 1, not 2 universities. You need to make a lot of shots on target, just like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi. What they are doing, they do a lot of shots on target. That's why they end up to have 50 goals per calendar year. So when do you want to study will determine your timeline. It determines when are you supposed to take those kind of examinations, like TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, whatever. When do you need to put your application? And overall, when are you going to study, so that you can plan when you can get the leave from work if you are working, or you are a student, what are you going to plan everything. So when do you want to go to study? One of the things some people are ahead of us in succeeding in whatever they want to do on anything, they have a timeline. They have a deadline. Don't be like a monkey or chimpanzee when they say, oh, we are going to build a house, those kind of stories. Oh, when are we going to build that house? We'll build it tomorrow. We'll build it tomorrow. Tomorrow came. Oh, we'll build it. Tomorrow is not here. Tomorrow, I said it tomorrow. I said it tomorrow. Until today, the monkeys are just in the tree, from one tree to another tree to another tree because of waiting for tomorrow. So don't be like that monkey waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come. It is today. When do you want to go to study? Make it the action plan. Why do you want to go to study? Why do you want to study masters? We answer the question, what? Why do you want to go to study masters? Why do you want to study that particular degree program? Why do you want to go to study in German? Or you want to study in the United States of America? Why do you want to study in the year 2020 or 2021? So all these questions, they are going to guide you how to go about it. So for instance, I want to study master's degree, or I want to do PhD degree because I'm currently a master's lecturer at this particular university, and in order to keep my education tenure, I must have PhD. So that will be one of the reasons. Or I want to do PhD so that I can get promotion. What is your motive? Just analyze yourself. Why do you really want so bad to do master's degree or PhD? Why do you want to study this particular program? Because by knowing why do you want to study, it will help you to write the statement of purpose. Why do you want to study in the United States of America? Because if you know the deep reason why United States of America and not Europe, it can be a driving force. Why do you need to take all those exams, no matter how much resources you need to use? Why? Why do you want to study in the year 2020? Your timeline is 2020, you want to study in August. That one, by knowing that, okay, because by 2025 I want to be professor, in 2030 I need to have a family, I need to get married, and so it can help you to make priorities of your life. It can help you to drive you when you are going to do that study. You make sure that you are maybe able to make academic writings, you do whatever, all those kind of things. Why do you want to look for masters? Oh, I want to look for masters because if I get a scholarship, it will be an opportunity for me to learn other culture. It will be an opportunity for me to learn how to other countries are working. I can get exposure. So you need to have your why. And the last question is, how are you going to execute that? That will be the final question. So if you are able to go these 5 questions, you can get any scholarship you want. So I don't want to have so much stories, just the 5 questions. What do you want to study? Where do you want to study? When do you want to study? Why do you want to study? And overall, how are you going to execute everything in your plan? So those are the 5 questions I want to give you to make sure that they are guiding principles for you. WH questions, 5 WH questions in scholarships can be able to guide you to get any scholarship you are looking forward. So thank you everyone, and I wish you all the best when you are going to end the year 2019, getting ready for the year 2020. Before I leave, as usual, subscribe to my channel, share the video. Whether you're looking for scholarship, whether you're looking for writing books, whether you're looking for losing weight, you are looking for opportunity for immigration, this is the channel. Share to other people. You can never regret to be part of the EBM Scholars family. Thank you everyone, and I wish you all the best. This is Ernest from EBM Scholars, and goodbye everyone.